Hello, welcome back to Aran. My name is Beast, and I'm back with IxSHE. For those of you who are interested, I am suffering right now. Why, you ask? Because I ate way too much. Like, I had like a full-on bowl, like such a bowl, completely filled with spätzle and with Rahmsoße. I don't know how to say that in English, but you know. Basically, I ate that much because I didn't have lunch, so I decided, okay, might as well eat for 2 times to eat on the day, since I was just that hungry. I immediately regretted it. So now I am suffering. It hurts. I drank like half a bottle of iced tea along with the meal, so I felt about ready to burst an hour ago. It has somewhat improved by now, but hey, why the fuck not just ruin myself even more? Alcohol's supposed to help with this. I mean, sure, it's usually like an actual spirit instead of just beer, but hey, who cares about the details? This shit ain't an aperitif or something like that. This is just, I'm just increasing my suffering. Anyways, I actually still need to do the daily quests today. Forgot again. Ugh. Final battle of the day rings, and the classroom immediately fills with chatter as everyone begins packing their bags. Over here! You're here early today.
こうしてた方が周りにアピールできるし、誰も初めのこと取ろうなんて考えないでしょ?
I don't think anyone was thinking about was thinking that to begin with, though. She pulls up right beside me, wrapping her arm around mine and resting her head on my shoulder. While it's definitely embarrassing to be getting all intimate with each other while my classmates are watching, I can't honestly say I hate it either.
まったく、イチャつくならもうちょっと場所を考えてよね。青葉から聞いたけど、これじゃあ初めに声をかけるのも難しそうだね。あ、それならもう気にしないで。少なくともこの学園で私に勝てる女性はいないと思うし、相変わらずの自信ですね。
Ready, Aika? Let's go home.
またね。
Shiori and Yamabuki wave goodbye as Aika and I leave the classroom behind.
ねえねえ、今日初めの部屋行っていい?
Sure, I guess. You should have mentioned it to Yamabuki before we left, though.
でも、うちだとお父さんかお母さんが顔出しそうで落ち着かないし。今日のこと、二人きりでちゃんと話したいの。
Sounds like she has something serious to discuss. That said, it doesn't set a very good example for the student council presidents to be bringing girls into his room time and time again. Should keep that in mind too. Right, I'm free for the rest of the day, so we can talk as much as we like. We continue towards the dorm arm in arm. We've lost count of how many times I've invited her into my room by now. She already seems completely at home, plopping herself down onto my bed and hugging a cushion to her chest. Rummaging through my fridge, I pull out a bottle of tea and hand it to her. You were acting a little out of character today. Did something happen?
それについては、純粋に惚れ直したというか、はじめをいい男って再認識したというか。
は？
だから、もっとはじめのことが好きになっちゃって、誰にも取られたくないって思っちゃったの。ダイエットに付き合ってもらって、あんな私を見ても変わらず好きでいてくれてるし、なんていうの？はじめのくれる愛って、こんなに深くて幸せなものなんだなーって、そう思ったら、 どんどん好きって気持ちが溢れてきちゃって、照れちゃって顔が見れなくなったりしました。
Oh, okay. So that's the reason behind all that shyness and insecurity from this morning. I break out into a smile naturally, but hearing her admit how possessive she feels with regards to me, it's unsurprised and embarrassing to be told that so wholeheartedly.
大好き。
I love you too, Ayaka. And then they fucked.
はじめ。
Someone's happy.
もう大好き。はじめのことをどんどん好きになってて、もう完全にはじめ依存症よ。
With bliss, yes, bliss. With bliss in her words, she nuzzles her neck against me, her cheek against me. I'm a fucking idiot. How the fuck do you nuzzle your neck against somebody? I feel the same way about her.
こっちを見なさい。
Ouch! What's the big idea?
もっとはじめの顔見たいの。
Well, don't get too close, or I'll have to kiss you.
したくなったらしちゃえばいいじゃん。このキスに誓うわ。私、はじめにとって最高の彼女になる。だから、ゆくゆくはお嫁さんにしてね。
Words send spasms of pure joy. Her words send spasms of pure joy throughout my body. What you just said might as well have been a proposal. I might have swooned on the spot just now if I were a woman. Oh, why so dramatic all of a sudden? Oh, I got something that I would actually find kind of intriguing is a visual novel where you actually start with the main character in a relationship already. However, the relationship doesn't end well. Like, honest to God, basically what they... Honest to God, thinking about it, it's basically what they did in Tsushima no Junai Road. Like, all routes other than I. This is basically a character who has been... Who has had a love life outside of the character he'll end up with. It's just that, they didn't do it that well, because literally just they met, fell in love, and then she kind of became best girl in the common route, and then expect you to shoot her down. Just basically make it so it's a relationship. He's in a relationship at the start of the VN, but both sides already feel that it's kind of getting drab, or like the girl feels it's already getting drab, so they basically ended. And either it's basically the girl who's still a friend with him, if both of them thought it was getting drab and broke up, basically tries to support, feels a bit bad and tries to support him to find like a new girl that fits him better. Or if she basically thought it was drab and, you know, broke up, not just her helping, but basically basically a route being for one of the girls that basically saw that he was down in the dumps about it and basically cheered him up. Like, I don't see like visual novels that have like stuff like that going on, which is, I think, would be interesting. Like, don't make it always, oh my god, the main character is just this inexperienced dude who for some reason is an absolute Chad. Actually make it so the main character has some experience. It doesn't have to be much, but just make it so he has at least a little experience. Like, he's not a stranger to the concept of love. Scott, that would make it so much more interesting, wouldn't it? Just don't make it like Tsushima no Junai Road. Like, Ai is a great character, but, you know, don't make it so you fucking die because, oh shit, I don't want her sad. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is actually going to be the first route part of Arena, since there are actually no different endings for Arena or Maki. So we don't have to, like, look for a different ending with her. That is true. I initiate to kiss myself this time as the two of us lie in bed together for a little while longer. After leaving my room, Ayaka and I decided to relax in the lounge area when Alba suddenly comes barreling towards us in great distress.
どうしたのじゃないよ。あやか姉がとうとう周りを気にしないでイチャつき始めたって聞いたんだけど。
And who told you that exactly?
噂だよ。
Well, all she did was put her head on my shoulder while other people were still in the class.
そんなことしてたの？見たかったな。残念でした。もうあんな風にするのははじめの前だけなんだから。お兄ずらい。
I don't need to share. That's my privilege as her boyfriend. Seeing Ayaka bantering playfully with Alba puts a smile on my face too. It's a drastic change from the passionate expressions she was showing me just a little while earlier.
てかお兄、後で部屋消臭スプレーしといた方がいいかも。
Why? I haven't been making any smoked food lately. I haven't been making any smoked food today.
そうじゃなくて、二人からエッチい匂いするから、ほどほどにね。
Oh no. You little... Try to have a little bit of decency, would ya? How do you even know what sex smells like, little missy?
お兄の匂いでなんとなく覚えた。初めては、お兄がまだ思春期を迎えるかどうか。
Alright, that's enough. Wipe that smug grin off your face right this instant.
私は何も聞いてないから。
Wait, let me explain.
私そろそろ帰るわね。
Let me explain! Let me walk you home at least. In fact, why don't we buy some deodorant on the way there to share?
あんまり時間ないから、門限破んないようにね。
I never thought I'd see the day when my own sister would catch me red-handed. Better be more careful in the future. As soon as Ayaka and I exit the dorm, we immediately begin sprinting towards the nearest convenience store. Like, they just fucking booking it! That's actually amazing. Like, they just break into a full-on fucking sprint. Like, we're gonna get a deodorant anyways. Getting a little sweaty don't fucking matter now. We're gonna take a shower once we're back anyways. It's just a little past 11 AM. Aika and I are wandering around town without any particular destination in mind. It's a mini date of sorts. What should we do for lunch? Why does she have a key around her neck?
そうね。クレープ、パンケーキ、焼肉。
All high-calorie choices. Must be feeling pretty hungry, huh?
いや、ちょっと、ほんとちょっとだけお腹空いたなーって。小腹が空いた程度だから、今がっつり食べたらお肉がついちゃうし。
No one's saying you have to stuff your face. I mean, you're usually so careful with your diet. I'm sure you can have one cheat day.
はじめは脂肪を舐めてる。あいつらは知らないうちに私たちの体内でひっそり仲間を増やしてるんだから。そして、気がついたら1キロ、2キロと体重を。
Stop trying to scare me!
ごめん、お父さんからだ。
You can take it. She steps off to the side before answering. She'd use this time to look up some places to eat.
もしもし、どうしたの？今？はじめと一緒にいるよ。今日だったっけ？
Seems like she had plans for today that she forgot about.
ごめん、ちょっと相談してみるから後でかけ直すね。やっちゃったな。
What's wrong?
今日午後から家族で出かける日だったみたいで、明日と勘違いしてたからダブルブッキング的な感じです。はい。
It It's a rare mistake by her, given how often she helps out at the family business. But she also had a lot on her plate lately, what with her diet and the entrance exam. It's understandable. Well, that's alright. It's not like we had anything planned for later anyways. We can always continue this date on another day.
それ本気で言ってる?
I know how much you love your parents and your sisters, so family time must be really important to you. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. Since Alba and I live in the dorms, we rarely get the chance to have time with ours. Not that I'm complaining, though. I complain that your family is more important than me.
そうね。はじめじゃまだ勝てないかな。
While I completely understand, it still stings a bit to hear.
なんて嘘だよ。今のはじめの顔。本気でびっくりしちゃってかわいい。
How dare you!
あらあら、怒るってことは図星ってことだけど、認めちゃう？
Stop making fun of me, damn it! Hardly. In fact, I was relieved to hear that you prioritize your own family.
あらそう？そりゃもう私は家族を大切にするパーフェクトに可愛いミス検定官ですから。
Just how many times do you have?
でもはじめ、別に私、本気で嘘ついたつもりはないからね。
What are you talking
だっ
about?
て、ほら、いつかは家族になるかもしれないでしょ？だから、嘘とは言い切れないし。
As soon as she says those words, her face turns bright red and she averts her eyes from mine. Is she serious? What? That's not fair! Now I look like a complete idiot for being jealous!
いいじゃない。バカなはじめほど可愛いって言うし。
Stop calling me adorable!
あれ、勘違いだった？でも、こういうドキドキもたまには悪くないでしょ？
Well, no, I'm really happy.
そういう照れた顔するから可愛いって言ってるのに、好きだらけね。
Hush! Despite my protest, she's completely taking reign over the pace of this conversation. But I have to admit, she's right. Not a bad feeling at all. So, what are you gonna do?
そうだな。ねえ、もしはじめがよかったら、一緒に行かない？
What?
だから、お父さんたちと一緒に行かない？
No, I can't do that. I can't just suddenly invite myself. I'd be imposing.
大丈夫。そこは私が何とかするから。
That's not the issue
お
here!
父さんたちも大事だけど、はじめのことも本当に大好きだから、どっちかなんて選べないの。
Goodness. It's just too damn sweet today.
だからお願い。お父さんたちと一緒にお出かけしよう。
But
今日一日、私と一緒にいたいよね。
Of course, but I don't want to intrude on your family time either.
だから、はじめも家族ってことで、いいじゃない？
Well, maybe someday, but
はい、決定！お父さんに電話するから。
might be jumping for joy on the inside, but I'm not so sure family will be too pleased. I hope Mocha will be happy to see me at least. Aika really knows how to take advantage of my affection. Fine, in that case, I'm going to give Miss Dorm Supervisor a call too.
じゃあ、
Might be spoiling her too much these days. I might as well. But I'm gonna have to do some. But I'm gonna have some explaining to do if I don't make it back in time for curfew. How late are we gonna be out?
ちょっと待ってね。今聞いてみる。
She quickly pulls out her phone and calls her father. I suppose it's not really a problem, even if I do end up eating lunch with her family.
早く早く。あ、もしもしお父さん？はじめも一緒にいい？無理やりじゃないよ。ちゃんと一緒にいたいって言ってくれたし。
Not exactly the truth, but I'll let aside. Given the way the conversation panned out, though, it was Almost feels like she's been planning this from the start.
それで、はじめが住んでる寮の門限が6時なんだけど、それより遅くなったら厳しいんだって。わかった。キャンプ場？それだと門限きつくならない？おばあちゃんも来るの？なら、うちでワイワイしてた方がいいんじゃない？じゃあ、家に向かうから、じゃあね。
There's something about her grandma. What do you say?
門限にもし間に合わなそうだったら、車で送ってくれるって。
That's a relief. Running's never been my specialty anyways. I don't believe a fucking word you say after the huge goddamn wild games of cat and mouse you've been doing ever since you became the goddamn student council president. Like, you parkoured your way into her room because of that experience. You can run a bit.
これで夕方まで一緒にいられるね。
Yes, you're right. Sounds like your dad knew you weren't just dragging me along, though.
結果オーライだから気にしない。
She beams at me with the smile of a mischievous kid who's just pulled off the perfect prank. And likewise, I can't help but smile back.
I see テル。お父さんただいま。
おかえり。
Thank you for having me. Upon arriving at the Hourglass Cafe, Ayaka's father comes down to greet us at the door. I apologize for intruding on you today on such short notice.
いいよいいよ。こっちこそ来てもらっちゃって申し訳ない。まあいつもみたいな感じで料理を楽しんでくれればいいから。
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you putting up with all this.
こちらこそ。どうせ彩香のわがままだろ。すまなかったね。
ちょっと二人とも謝りすぎ。
He's not wrong.
こっちもいろいろ君に聞きたいことがあったし。
Oh, have you?
まあそれは後にしよ
う。Like this can wait for the drive home. Like, this can wait for the drive home, he says as he cracks his knuckles. I think the microphone actually picked those up. Hold on. This one doesn't want it right now. Seriously? They're just gonna make me 10 times more scared now.
さあ、入って入って。
Having closed shop for the day, there are only 3 other people in the cafe when we walk inside. Mocha, a woman who bears a striking resemblance to her, and an elegant old lady. It must be Ayaka's grandmother. She's incredibly beautiful.
お母さん、彩香の彼氏さんよ。
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss. My name is Ninomiya Hajime.
どうも、はじめまして。彩香の祖母です。
The woman has remarkably good posture. I can feel my own spine straightening reflexively.
お姉ちゃん、先輩のこと強引に連れてきたでしょ。
Like how everyone's just being like, you dragged me, didn't you? You can't fool us. We know what you're like. You can instantly tell without even needing to be told anything. I guess that's family for you.
ちょっと何言ってるのよ。強引にじゃないわよ。ねえ。
Well, we'll just say she convinced me to come along.
その様子だと、いろいろ苦労かけてるみたいね。
Aka's mother comes over bringing me a cup of water with a slice of lemon.
彩香って結構強引なところあるし、振り回されてない？大丈夫？
Oh, not at all, miss. It's no trouble when I enjoy your company.
ちょっと、そこは否定してくれないと私が振り回してるって言ってるようなもんじゃない？
Was it?
そこで黙らないでよ。
まさか今日は彩香ちゃんの彼氏さんと会えるなんて思ってもみなかったわ。しかもこんな素敵な人で。
Oh, thank you.
もう思い残すことはないかもしれないわね。
I already like the grandma. She seems like a funny character. Like, well, I suppose it's time for me to pass on finally. This was a beautiful life, but I have no regrets now. kill her grandma!
いやいや、おばあちゃん。せめて私の花嫁姿見るまでは生きててよ。私の花嫁姿だってあるんだからね。
お母さんはいつもこんな感じだから、あんまり本気にしないでね。
Oh. Okay. If this is how our family gatherings usually go, I'm going to have my work cut out for me. While this is all going on, Ayaka's father ties on his apron before planting his feet in front of the kitchen.
さて、全然仕込みができてないから簡単なものしか作れないけど、何作ろうか。
サイコロステーキ。
まったく、この子たちったら。
They do love their meat, apparently.
これが最近巷で流行ってるって聞く肉食系女子だっけ？
That's correct, miss.
ちょっと
In fact, Aika is pretty much a new breed of meat lover, a hybrid carnivore, if you will.
ハイブリッド
You heard me, she has a herbivorous side to her as well. Instead of doing the hunting, she sometimes likes to be the prey, so to speak.
あらあら、それは可愛いわね。彩香ちゃんはハイブリッド肉食系女子。覚えたわ。
覚えんでいい。
This is actually kind of fun. I've only been a customer in this cafe before, but Aika's family is extremely easy to talk to.
ほらほら、そろそろちゃんと作るもの決めないと二宮くん困っちゃうぞ。二宮くんは何が食べたい？ご飯系が食べたいとか、そういうふんわりした感じでもいいよ。
Single plate meal would be nice.
ワンプレートか。いいね。じゃあ母さん、よろしく。
はいはい。
Huh? But I thought you were going to cook for us. I stare quizzically at Ayaka's mother, as Ayaka's mother quickly puts on an apron and disappears into the kitchen.
デザートと一部のメニューはこっちが担当してるんだけど、メインディッシュになるような肉料理とかは妻の担当なんだ。
Ah, okay, so you divvy up the work.
平日のランチとかは2人で回してる分、どちらかがオーダー取ったりしないといけないからね。自然とこうなったって感じかな。ところでだ。料理について君に聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
About cooking? There's a strangely serious glint in his
あや
eye.
かから聞いたけど、燻製作りが趣味なんだって？
Oh, yes, that's right. I make sure to get permission from the dorm first, of course. Aika did tell me she'd mentioned it to her father, but it's somewhat nerve-wracking being asked about it
も
directly.
しよかったら今度食べさせてもらえないかな。あやかからすごい美味しいって聞いてて、職業柄ちょっと気になってね。
プロ並みの美味しさだからお父さんびっくりするわよ。
Please don't give him such high expectations, would you?
私もあーちゃんからもらったけど、すっごく美味しかったですよ。
Oh, has she now? I just want him to just like go full like, oh, she has. Well, looks like I'll have a little talk with her once I'm back. Sneaky thief, Alba. When did you do that?
なあ、ここまで言われたら純粋に食べたくなるのが料理人ってもんさ。
If I'd known, I would have stopped by the door before coming. My fridge is definitely starting to get a little packed. Plus, I think the smoked cheese and chicken I made a little last time came out pretty well too.
本当かい？なら今度頼むよ。
Having my cooking judged by a professional chef does make me a little nervous, though.
燻製についてはこっちも素人だから、自作できるならやってみたいくらいだよ。
Oh, really? I can lend you my smooth foker. Yes. Oh boy, it starts. I can lend you my again. I can lend you my food smoker next time if you'd like. It's a lot more compact than you'd think.
いいのかい？いや、燻製って長時間かかるものだからとなかなか手が出なくてさ。
No, it's really quite simple. It does produce quite the stench though, so you'll have to be careful about where you do it.
さっきからお父さんとばっか話してる。ああなるとお父さん長いもんね。
Perhaps because her father is such an easy person to talk to, I find myself growing more excited the more we talk about food. Well, my nervousness and reservation from before seems to have disappeared completely.
彼氏さん。 彼女をほったらかしにしちゃダメよ。
そうだそうだ。
Sorry, I got kind of engaged in the conversation.
私もお話に混ざりたいけど、料理はあんまり得意じゃなかったの。
Really? I wouldn't have expected that from someone like you, miss.
よく娘に、お母さんの作る料理は美味しくないから私が作るって怒られたものよ。
Let's see. Clang, clang, clang. What's that sound?
きれい！家事はどこ？バケツを持ってきなさい！
What is happening? Aika's grandmother leaps from her seat and begins looking frantically around
お
the
ばあちゃ
room.
んね、缶からケチャップ移す音を聞くと、昔のことを思い出していつもこうなるの。
What the fuck? This is normal to you guys?
おばあちゃん、お母さんが缶叩いてるだけだから。
Clang, clang, clang!
お母さんストップ！おばあちゃんが危ない！
学園での孫たちのことをお話ししてくれない？
Once her grandmother finally calms down, we continue our conversation as if nothing had
こ
happened.
の子たち、あんまり学園でのことを話してくれないから気になっちゃって。
They get up to at school, huh? For 2 years running, Ayaka has been the winner of the yearly school beauty pageant we hold at Christmas time. As for Mocha, she's good friends with my knucklehead sister and helps keep her under control. Really only hear good things about her. The same goes for Ayaka, as a matter of fact. Oh, and did I mention that she's the most popular girl in school? Pretty much everyone knows who she is.
あらあら、そうなの？さすがはハイブリッド肉食系女子ね。
おばあちゃん、もういいや。
Now I feel kind of bad for teaching her that
で
phrase.
も、改めて初めの口から説明されると、急に恥ずかしくなってくるわね。
そんな素敵な孫をゲットできたなんて、あなたすごいのね。
Oh no, Ayaka is the amazing one. The way she approached me with such passion, I just couldn't say no.
綾香の方からアタックしてたのか。
ちょっとはじめ、そういうのお父さんたちに言うの恥ずかしいからやめてよ。なんだっけ？私にふさわしいのは二宮会長しかいないとか言ったんだっけ？モカ！そういうの言わなくていいから。
いいわね、こういうの。若い頃思い出すわ。これでも若い頃はブイブイ言わせてたんだから。
I can only imagine. Afterwards, Ayaka's family and I would enjoy ourselves listening to her grandmother regale us with stories from her youth, until at last, Ayaka's mother comes out from the kitchen carrying lunch. Sorry about that.
もうお別れなの？泊まっていったらいいのに。
As much as I'd love to, spending the night at my girlfriend's house might be a bit too much for me. My dormitory has a strict curfew as well, so I'm afraid I'll have to decline. After a very enjoyable lunch, time seemed to fly by as we spent the rest of the afternoon chatting in the cafe. In fact, I've gotten so comfortable with them that I wouldn't mind staying longer if I
ま
could.
だ時間があるけど、せっかくだから送っていこうか。
Oh, no, that's alright. I can make it back just fine by myself.
じゃあ、言い方を変えよう。早く君の燻製が食べたくて、送ったついでにもらえたらと思ったんだ。
You must have thought I'd be unable to refuse if you told me that. Not that I had any intention of doing so anyway. In that case, I suppose I'll take you up on your offer.
なら私もついてく。お父さんばっかりずるい。
そうよそうよ。男同士で仲良くなっちゃって。嫉妬しちゃうわ。
It's a little embarrassing being teased by Ayaka's family like this. While it's by no means unpleasant, I can't help but feel strangely self-conscious as
あ
well.
らあら、彩香ちゃんの結婚式までは生きてないといけなくなっちゃったわね。
結婚
Fighting!
もう、おばあちゃん気が早いって。
Is it really okay to joke about your grandmother's health like that?
おばあちゃん、私のことも忘れないでよ。
モカちゃんも早く旦那さん見つけてね。
そういう意味じゃなくて。
Oh, young lass then! Didn't know you swung that way!
まあまあ。結婚まで考えると重いけど、好きな人くらいいてもいいんじゃない？後でこっそりお母さんに教えてね。
いや、いないし、いても教えないから。まったくもう、みんなして言いたい放題。
I honestly don't mind it. It's somewhat heartwarming once you get used to it.
そう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど、フリーダムすぎて疲れるでしょ？
綾香、やっぱり父さんの代わりに彼を送ってあげなさい。
いいけどどうしたの？
さっきから早く二人っきりになりたそうにしてると思ったんだけど、違ったか？
別にそんなこと思ってないし。
It's fine with me. I'll have Aika walk me back.
そうしてやってくれ。
いつも送ってもらってるし、たまには私が送ってあげる。ツンデレ？
ツンデレね。
こんなに元気な彩香ちゃん、久しぶりに見たわ。
もうみんなして。
Come on now, Aika. Let's just accept their gratitude and go enjoy our alone time.
そうだけどさ。
Well, thank you all for having me today. I had a wonderful time.
また気軽に遊びに来てね。
Well, thank you. Buying farewell to Mocha and the rest of her family, I set off towards the dormitory together with Ayaka.
夕焼け、綺麗だね。
She sure does. It sure does. I'm an idiot. As we walk home, our pace naturally begins to slow. Both of us don't want our time together to end. You know, I had a really great time today.
そう？楽しんでくれたみたいでよかった。
Speaking of, you seem like you're in a really good mood.
だって、今日一日でもう家族公認みたいな感じになったんだよ。うまくいってよかったって安心したの。初めなら心配はないと思ってたけど、もしかしたらっていう可能性もあるじゃない？
I was super nervous too, especially when your dad told me he had some questions for me. Thank God it was just about the smoked foods. I thought for sure he was going to interrogate me about my relationship with his daughter, or about my personality and interests. Boy, was I wrong though. He'd simply taken a genuine interest in my hobby, and we ended up bonding with one another over it. More beer! Once we get back to the dorm, I'll give you the ones that turned out best to eat with your family.
また食べたい。
I'm an idiot. I didn't miss it. Hold on.
また食べたいなって思ってたんだよね。はじめの作る燻製ってほんと美味しいんだもん。
I was surprised at how interested your dad was, to be honest. Not that I wasn't honored by it.
最近新しいメニュー考えてたから、取り扱ってないものとか入れたくて興味持ったんじゃないかな。お酒も置いてるし、自家製燻製チーズとかメニューに入れられたら美味しそうじゃない？
That's true. Plus, given all the extra work it takes, you could charge a bit more as well.
そこまでは知らないけど、お父さん凝り性だからね。
Maybe one day he'll ask us to take over the cafe after he retires, eh?
それはないない。私の料理の腕見たでしょ？それに、私の目標は美しすぎる経営コンサルタントだから。
That's just cause you don't do it enough. I'm sure you'll get better in no time if you ask your parents to teach you. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Maybe you could ask them to teach us both together next time they're free. Salisbury steak her mother had made me last time was incredible, even if it did taste a bit different from the cafe version. Although I'd only suggested it half in jest, when all said and done, I really do want to learn how to cook.
きっとすぐ上達するわよ。だって自慢のお父さんとお母さんなんだから。
She smiles proudly as we stroll along the road back to the dorm. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I saw some fan art recently, and something about it bothered me, and I found out what it was. Because basically, shut the fuck up! Hearing my phone ring, I pull it out to look at the screen. Caller ID reads Yuki Ayaka. Although her university entrance exam was now over, Ayaka decided we needed more time to study in case the worst were to happen. As a result, we haven't been seeing very much of each other lately. Wonder why she's calling me all of a sudden. Thank you. Basically, there was some chub on the cheek. Basically. And that in itself wouldn't have looked too weird. However, the other side was literally just a straight line. And then just like a point and then came the chub. So it looked like one side of her face was chubby while the other one was fucking anorexic or something. And that just looked odd. Hello? Sure, you sound awfully excited for some reason. Did something good happen?
わかる？わかっちゃう？このパーフェクトに可愛い私にやっぱり不可能なんてことはなかったわ。
She got accepted. Huh?
ごめんなさい、調子乗りました。初めの協力なしじゃ多分無理だったかも。
Either she's back to her original weight, potentially is even thinner, or she got accepted. That went from 100 to 0 real quick. But what had I helped her with? The only thing that comes to mind is... Did you get the results of your entrance exam back?
Yes! その通り。でね受かったの。これでもう勉強しなくてもよくなったの。
Oh! Are you serious? Congratulations! That was a weird oh. I'm not sure what being beautiful and perfect has to do with passing, though.
お父さんたちにおめでとうって言われたのも嬉しいけど、初めから言ってくれるのも嬉しくて照れちゃうね。
I can just imagine the broad grin on her face on the other side of the phone. I'd been meaning to ask her about the results as well, but I'm glad she was the one who told me first.
それでさ、今度の日曜日、暇？
Sunday? Yeah, I'm
お
free.
父さんたちが合格祝いでごちそう作ってくれるんだって。はじめもどう？
Want me to come? Are you sure? I'm thrilled for the invite, but I get the feeling it'd be in poor taste to intrude on a family celebration, as last time not taught you anything. Aika and I can always celebrate by ourselves another time, so I'm a bit hesitant to accept considering how much her family means to her.
大丈夫大丈夫。むしろ一緒にお祝いしてほしいなって思ってるよ。それに最近はゆっくり会えなかったし、まあ寂しかったから少しでもはじめとの時間を作りたいの。お祝い事だから人数も多い方がいいし、お父さんたちもはじめなら大歓迎だって言ってくれてるし。
Well, I guess I have to come now. All the more so, even her family is happy to have me. Alright, I'll be there.
やった。それじゃあ詳しい時間とか決まったらまたすぐ電話するね。
Sure.
それじゃあいろいろパパッと決めてきちゃうから切るね。
Catch you later. Now she doesn't have her studying to worry about. This means we can get together for Christmas, New Year's, and even the year's first shrine visit, right? There's bound to be a lot more couples-only specials the closer we get towards the end of the year. What kind of stuff should we do for dates? Lost in thought? Wait for her to call me back. My god, how long does he have to wait?
モカちゃんたら、私が料理するとこ見たらすぐ逃げ出すのよ。ヒヤヒヤして見てられないとか言って、お母さん呼びに行っちゃうし、ひどくない？
It's the day before the celebration dinner, and Aika and I are spending some time alone together after school. As since she received the results of her exams, she's been even more cheerful than usual. I don't know, you wouldn't let me watch the first time you made me that Salisbury steak after all. Maybe the way you cook just genuinely worries her.
失礼ね。ちょっと薄切りとかが苦手なだけよ。
Ah, I think I get where Mocha's coming from now. Your knife hand must be quite shaken when you try to slice thin. She's probably scared you might cut yourself.
どうしてわかるの？
I had the same problem too before I got used to using a knife. I can't blame Mocha for getting anxious about seeing
ま
that.
だまだ練習が必要ってことね。
How about you let me watch it next time you cook? That way I can stop you if you're doing anything dangerous.
そうね。じゃあ、今度お店が休みの時か、またこっちで何か作る時にね。あれ、モカちゃんからだ。
Probably calling to remind you about proper knife handling.
バカ。
Excusing herself with a wave of her hand, she then turns around to answer the
もし
phone.
もし？どうしたの？わかった、すぐ戻る。
Did her mom collapse? She hangs up, quickly putting away her phone before grabbing her bag and standing up.
今日はもう帰らなきゃ。
I don't know what Mocha just told her, but it seems to have been something urgent. Your face got really pale all of a sudden. Is everything
お
alright?
母さんが倒れたって。
Called it. Your mom
お
collapsed?
父さんが病院連れて行ったって。今、モカちゃんが一人で家にいるみたいで。
Alright, let me come with you.
いいの？
The blood has all but drained from her face. There's no way I can let her walk home alone. If anything happened to Aika as well, I'd have no excuses to give Mocha or her family. It'll be easier to take our mind off things with 3 people instead of just 2. But I'm worried about Mocha too. And I'm worried about Mocha too. We should hurry.
うん。ありがとう。
I don't know what's happening to their mother, but Aika and Mocha are my priority right now. After I quickly change clothes, we depart towards the cafe. Honestly, God, I would call Alba as well. I would call Alba as well because her personality makes her perfect at trying to distract people from those kind of situations.
モカちゃん。あ、お姉ちゃん。
But arriving at the house, we find Mocha standing outside the cafe, glancing around fretfully.
お父さんから連絡あった？
うん、まだ何も。
というか、お母さんに何があったの？私もちょうど買い物から帰った時で、詳しいことはわからないんだけど、お母さんが急に倒れちゃって、その時に頭を打ったみたいで。
So it's not just simple, oh, she's exhausted. No, she legitimately hit her head. Mocha's really panicked. Listen, both of you. Let's all take a deep breath. I know it's difficult, but try to calm down.
そうね。ありがとう。モカちゃんもごめんね。急に大きな声出しちゃって。私だってびっくりしてるから、お姉ちゃんの気持ちわかるよ。
No, I should probably keep quiet for now, but... So let me get this straight. Your mom collapsed, hit her head when she fell, then your dad drove her to the hospital.
はい、そうです。でもすみません。私も頭が回ってなくて。
That's not something to apologize for. It must have been hard waiting all by yourself till we arrived. You did a good job.
ありがとうございます。
I give Mocha a gentle rub on the head, the way I used to for Alba way back. Seems to cause her expression to brighten a little. I'll stay with you guys until you hear from your dad. Is that alright with you, Ayaka?
うん。
Though I'm mostly worried about Mocha, I have to keep an eye on Aika as well. She looks completely out of it. I'll have to do my best to keep these 2 calm while their father isn't around. Call Alba over! It's been several hours since we started our vigil in the cafe. After a few attempts at conversation in order to lighten the mood, I'd found out that their grandmother, whom I'd met the other day, lives away from the rest of the family. Which means that if I hadn't come along, Aika and Muka would be here waiting all alone.
ただいま。
お父さん。
って、綾香、帰ってたのか。
Two sisters rush to the door as soon as their father returns.
お母さんは大丈夫なの？容体は？お父さん、帰ってくる前に私たちどっちかにメールなり電話なりで教えてよ。
ちょっと待った。二人して一気に聞かれても一つずつしか答えられないから。
Now you two must be feeling, but try to relax. Let's hear what your dad has to say.
二宮君。そうか。二人に付き添っててくれたのか。ありがとう。
I was with Aika at the time when she heard what happened, so I was worried too.
それでお父さん、お母さんは大丈夫なの？
ああ、診断結果は疲労から来る貧血らしい。
So it was what I thought it was, but you know, it's worse when she hits her head on the way down. That can easily cause death.
貧血。
Aika heaves a large sigh as the tension drains from her body.
倒れた時に頭打ってたから、念のため CT 取ったり、一日だけ検査入院。
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
そうか。
Yeah, really. I feared that it was some serious illness at worst, but I feared that it was some serious illness at worst, but we should be able to breathe easy for now. The girls seem utterly relieved as well as they slump forward onto the table.
心配かけて悪いね。でも、もう二人のことは大丈夫だから。なんなら車で送っていこうか。
Thank you, but it's still bright outside, so I'll be fine.
だったら、私が初めのことを送ってくる。
But
ちょっと話したいこともあるからね。
she gives the pinky on my right hand a light squeeze out of her father's vision. Take that to mean that it's something she only wants me to hear. Well, alright. If she needs me, then I want to be there for her.
それじゃあお父さん、行ってくるね。
あ、気をつけて。
二宮先輩、ありがとうございました。
Nah, I'm just glad you're alright. Anyways, I'll see you later. You can drop the act now, can't you?
何が？
A brave face you're putting on. I don't know if you were just doing... If you were just... I don't know if you were just doing it for Mocha's sake, but you don't have to do it anymore.
バレちゃった。でも、初めのおかげでもうだいぶ落ち着いてきたから、心配してくれてありがとう。
She goes to sit down on a nearby bench. I sit down next to her and she leans her head on my shoulder.
今日のでなんかもうよくわかんなくなっちゃったな。
What do you mean?
私、推薦決まったじゃない？
Yeah?
まだ漠然としてるけど、そこで経済のこと学んで、お父さんたちの役に立ちたいって話したの
She's gonna
覚えてる？
She's gonna decide against that. I
で
remember.
もね、今日のこともあって、本当にそれでいいのかな？
Like, this is all going to come up to the fact that the two of them are gonna inherit the cafe and run it with the two of them. Why do you say
どう
that?
せお父さんたちの役に立つなら、進学はやめて、卒業と同時に家を手伝った方がいいんじゃないかなって思ったの。それに、モカちゃんもいるし、お姉ちゃんとしては、家族を支えるのも悪くないかなって。
Perhaps scare earlier on nerved her and made her question her future prospects. But this is a little uncharacteristic of her, I have to say. Your parents were really happy after you passing the exams, weren't they?
すごく喜んでくれた。
In that case, I was right. This isn't like you.
私らしくない？
Aika, I know, loves her family more than anything else.
だから私はお父さんたちを手伝うために。
Your parents were thrilled about your getting accepted though, right? Maybe it's not my place to say this, but no matter how much you insist that you're doing this for them, I don't believe they'd want you to give up on your education for them. She falls silent, biting her lip. I think I've gotten to know you quite well ever since we started dating. So, if you'll let me be completely honest with you, I think you're missing the bigger picture.
Ayaka.
Not that I'm blaming you. If I were in your situation, I might have the same thoughts as well.
じゃあ、どうしたらいいの?
Well, the only advice I can give you now is talk to your parents first. You don't have to make this decision arbitrarily. That's what family is for.
そばに。そうだよね。うん。そうだ。
If you ever have anything you want to talk to me about, I'll listen. And if you want me to be with you when you talk to your family about it, I'll join in. You don't have to brood over these things all by yourself. I pulled her into a tight hug and softly stroked her head.
ごめんね。はじめにこんなこと相談するのもおかしいとは思ってるんだけど。こんな情けない私見せられるの、はじめしかいないからさ。
That's still Aika. Don't sweat it. In fact, I want you to rely on me at times like these. At times like this. I'm your boyfriend after all.
はじめが彼氏で、やっぱり良かったよ。
She nuzzles her cheek against me. Now she clearly nuzzles her neck again. I will not let that fuck up rest, probably. Now she needs to be spoiled. Maybe she's just feeling lonely. Maybe she wants to be spoiling me. If you're still feeling worried and anxious tonight, feel free to give me a call.
ありがとう。大好き。
I love you too. Looks like she's calmed down for the most part, so I doubt she'll do anything rash. Above all, I simply don't want to see her give up on her dreams. As we watch the sun together, my only wish is that she doesn't have any regrets, no matter what choice she ends up making. The thing is, I'm guessing this is going to be the final
ご
part
めんね、無理言っちゃって。
of Ayaka's route. It's what it feels like, at least. Ooh. That. It's no trouble. I wanted to see how your mom's doing too. Her mother is being discharged from the hospital today, so I decided to accompany Ayaka home to visit her. After roughly explaining the situation to Yamabuki, she agreed to pick up the rest of my work, allowing me to leave school early and without any problems. What time was she going to leave the hospital again?
さっきお父さんから連絡来て、もう家にいるみたい。
Oh, right. What about you? Have you thought things over calmly?
だけど、お母さんも一緒に進路の話をするとなると、また混乱しちゃいそうで。だから、一緒に来てくれてありがとう。あと、もし私が冷静でいられなくなったら、その時は止めてほしいんだけど、いい？
To be honest, I'm not sure if it's wise for me to stick my neck into her family affairs. There are many different forms of kindness in this world. Both acceptance and rejection can be two sides of the same coin of compassion. But in this case, alright, I will.
ありがとう。
Might not be able to control what the future holds for us, Ayaka. But what I can do is be there for her when she needs me. We keep walking towards her house. Are you ready?
ごめん。あと3時間待って。
If you're composed enough to make jokes, then you should be fine.
待って、本当に不安で心の準備できてないの。
Come on, let's go.
だから待ってってば。
申し訳ありません。本日は臨時休業と。って二宮君、それに綾香まで。
ただいま。
Sorry for the intrusion. I know you must be busy, but I just had to see how Aka's mom was doing.
検査で異常も見つからなかったし、今も奥でのんびりテレビ見てるよ。ちょっと呼んでくるから待っててくれ。
He then disappears into the back to fetch his wife.
じゃあ、私もカバン置きに。
Hold it, you're not trying to run away, are you?
逃げませんよ。
She forces out an artificial smile before taking a
た
seat.
だいまー。電気ついてるけど、お店開いてるの？
Hey, Mocha.
二宮先輩？あれ？どうしてここに？
Oh, you know. She looks at me, then looks at her sister sitting beside me.
お姉ちゃんって幸せ者ですね。
何よ。
優しい恋人がいて、羨ましいなって話。
I can't help but scratch my head in embarrassment.
二宮くん、こんにちは。彩香もモカもお帰りなさい。
Yeah, hello.
お母さん、どこも異常ないってお父さんから聞いたけど、本当？
もう動いても大丈夫なの？痛みとかない？
She just bumped her head, you two. There's no need to kick up such a fuss. Aka and Mocha exchange an awkward glance before settling back down.
ごめんね、二宮くん。騒がしい娘たちで。
Oh, not at all.
お母さんなら大丈夫だから。昨日の夜なんて暇すぎてつまらなかったぐらいだもの。
Hospitals can be very boring, yeah. Like, hospitals can be supremely boring. Like, especially if they don't have any fucking Wi-Fi. Like, that is like my last lifeline. Like, the first day I had, because at least it had Wi-Fi for me to... Like, it had Wi-Fi, but it was such a bad Wi-Fi, so I couldn't consistently stay logged in there. And the second one... I was actually kind of... Like, the second one didn't have Wi-Fi at all, so I had to use my mobile data, which wasn't too great in that area. So anyways, that's enough talk about my stays in the hospitals. The best part about those stays was the anesthesia anyways, because falling asleep like that feels fucking amazing. Anyways.
おいおい、こんなことで嘘ついてどうすんだ。
二人とも心配かけちゃってごめんなさいね。
もう、倒れるくらい疲れてるなら言ってよ。
I guess she just couldn't hold it in anymore. Aika leaps into her mother's arms, almost on the verge of tears. So you're back to full health?
午後からお店を開けるってお父さんに言ったんだけど、今日は休みにするって怒られちゃったわ。
過労で倒れた妻を次の日から仕事させる夫がどこにいるんだよ。それに仕込みだってしてないしね。
Well, I'm glad to see everything's back to normal. But if we could switch topics for now, I think Ayaka has something she'd like to discuss with you two.
私たちに？
改まってどうしたの？
まだ心の準備できてないって言ったのに。
The longer you put this off, the more it'll eat at you.
それは、そうだけど。
Ayaka pulls away from her mom, then clears her throat.
相談したいことっていうのはね、進路のことなの。
Hearing these words, her parents' expressions grows serious as they turn to face her. Although Ayaka seems incredibly nervous, I think they can tell how much courage it is taking for her to say. This is taking for her to say.
進路って、この前お姉ちゃん推薦受かってたんだよね。志望校変えるの？
そのことなんだけど、私、進学するのをやめて、卒業したら、そのままお店手伝うのもいいかなって思って。
お姉ちゃん！
モカ、最後まで彩香の話を聞きなさい。
お父さん。でもお姉ちゃん、これだけは聞かせて。お姉ちゃんが進学をやめようとしてるのって、私がお店のことを気にしなくていいように、とかじゃないよね。
もともと私、どうしたらお父さんたちに楽させてあげられるかなってずっと考えてたから。
I need to stop. Ow.
進学はあくまで一つの手段だったの。だから、これは私の意思だよ。
Once Ayaka finishes saying what she has to say, the cafe becomes shrouded in silence. Mocha wears an uncertain expression on her face, but her parents appear deep in thought. I'm really starting to feel out of place here.
とりあえず綾香の気持ちは分かったし、否定はしない。
そうね。きっと私のことを心配してくれてのことだし。
だけどお前の将来の夢はどうするんだ？店の心配をしてくれるのは嬉しいけど、この砂時計は俺たち夫婦の夢だったんだ。俺たちの夢に付き合うことなんてないし、綾香には綾香の夢を追いかけてほしい。
違うの。私の夢はお父さんたちと一緒にお店をやっていくこと。私はお父さんたちとこのお店で働ければそれでいいの。
Sorry, Ayaka, but could you allow me to interject here? I'm not sure if it's my place to say this, but I feel like this is important. You said your dream was to become a business consultant to help grow your parents' cafe, didn't you? I know you'd like to keep supporting your family, but deep down, what is it you really want to do?
それは。
She casts her eyes down at my question, then seems to ruminate for a few seconds. I hope I didn't accidentally broach a subject she didn't want to talk about. Can you tell us one more time what your dream is?
私の夢。私、みんな知っての通り、料理とかそんな得意じゃないし、だから、経営コンサルタントになって、経理とか、そっち方面でお父さんたちのフォローをしたい。それでいつかは、このお店をもっと大きくして、お母さんの料理、たくさんの人に食べてもらいたいって思って、そこに、はじめも一緒にいて、ゆくゆくは2号店の店長みたいな風に考えてた。
Oh. As first I've heard about the second location part, but opening a cafe with Ayaka doesn't sound like a bad idea.
そういうことなら、私から言えることは一つしかないわね。綾香、よく聞いて。
うん。
私たちには私たちの、綾香には綾香の人生がある。親子だからって、そこは関係ない。綾香には、自分の進みたい方向に、まっすぐ進んでほしいの。納得のいくところまで突き進んだ上で、それでも自分の居場所が、この場所だって思うなら、その時戻ってくればいいのよ。あなたの帰ってくる場所は、これからもずっと変わらないんだから。
お母さん。
まったく、母さんにかっこいいところ全部持ってかれたな。俺も同じ意見だし、道を踏み外さない限りは、好きにやってみろ。間違えたりすれば、その時は叱ってやる。だから焦ることはない。今はまず、自分のやりたいようにやってみろ。
やりたいように。
もちろん、モカもだからな。
わかった。
Baron's words seem to have resonated deeply within her. Ayaka's expression changes from that of timid uncertainty to strengthened resolve. I dare say all doubt has vanished from her mind now.
綾香、どうする？進学をやめるなら、それを止めたりはしない。ただし、自分で決めることだ。絶対に後悔はするなよ。
私は、ごめん。やっぱり進学する。進学したい。全力で、1000年に一人のパーフェクトに可愛い経営コンサルタントを目指して、2号店まで叶えてみせる。
うん。なら父さんたちは、その夢を応援する。 全力でやってみろ。
Whoops. Grinning broadly, he pats his daughter fondly on the head.
それで、はじめ
Yeah.
さっきのお母さんの言葉通り、私には私の、はじめにははじめの道がある。
He's never explicitly said that he actually has a dream for his future. Like, the only thing we've seen him have interest in is basically just like smoking foods. The only thing we've seen him do is that he's rather proficient at both administrative work. He is very charismatic, and he likes smoking food. So, honest to God, he doesn't really seem to have a dream. But I feel like he would actually make a good owner of a cafe. Since, you know, I feel like you do need at least a little bit charisma at that, because you do need to actually pull the customers without fucking scaring them away. And, you know, actually having a charismatic chef does actually help. Anyways.
もしかしたら、どこかで別々の道を進むこともあるかもしれないけど、でも、だからこそ、別々の道に進むことになっても、私はずっと、はじめと一緒にいたい。
What? Did you just propose to me in front of her family? I was so astonished that it took a few moments to process what exactly you just said. I breathed an infernal sigh of relief when I realized that a different road in life only meant a different career path. I keep that to myself.
だからはじめは、ずっと私のものだから、約束ね。
This is straight up a proposal! Couldn't you have picked a better time and place?
綾香、お前どんだけ二宮君のこと好きなんだよ。
そりゃ大好きだからね。ずっと一緒にいたいのは当然だし。
She really does have some CGs where a single frame looks kind of weird, because that looks like she has some... like she has... what's the fucking word for that? Hold on. Eye bags? Whoops, let's just say eye bags for now. Not quite what I mean. Wrinkles. Wrinkles. She got wrinkles. Got them good old wrinkles in her face. Like, she looks like she looks aged a lot in that shot.
お姉ちゃん。
Boy, you really are a piece of work, you know that? That's fine. I've had to be yours forever.
やった
I got it's better. I've also been thinking that she's the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with. And truth be told, having my own cooking praised by her father has piqued my interest in the food industry too. Though I'm not sure what I want to do in the future just yet. Joining Aika on her journey doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. But like I said, he doesn't seem to have any idea, and the thing he's most interested in right now is becoming a cook. What with his constant smoking. Smoking foods. I'm not talking about that the other kind of smoking. Actually, not think about that one. God damn it. Anyways, whatever the future holds, I know that she'll be there with me. So the after credits scene better be them happily married, or I will commit a crusade against the people who made this game, because you've made a huge ass setup for them to just happily manage a cafe together. Post credit, like post credits. If you don't fucking make something out of that potential, I will lead a crusade against you. Skip. After graduating from Kensington, Aika moved out on her own, away from the city in order to commute to college. I graduated 1 year later myself and chose to pursue higher education as well. Thankfully, through sheer coincidence, the college I chose happened to be quite close to Ayaka's. So of course, what that meant was... Crap! I slept too long!
はーい、おはよう、お寝坊王子様。
After hurriedly throwing on my clothes, I leap out of my room to find the kitchen filled with the fragrant smell of coffee. Why didn't you wake me up?
起こしたわよ。
Evidently not!
起こしたってば。こう、朝ですよ。ちょ、みたいな。
Just wake me up normally, please!
にな。と言っても、はじめだっていい歳なんだから、自分で起きられるようになりなさい。
How dare you counter me with that logic? That said, going to college and working a job until 11 p.m. 4 times a week does take a toll on my body.
ああ、そうそう。はじめの代わりにゴミは出しといたから、安心してね。
Oh, thanks.
お礼はコンビニスイーツでいいからね。
Our first house rule, always split the housework. Since we leave for classes at different times, doing this gives us a little bit more time to spend together when we are both free. That was Mocha's idea, actually. Truly a well-raised little sister, and like that stinker only stops by and visits me to beg for money. I'd really love to stay and chat, but I've got a microeconomics lecture starting first period.
じゃあゆっくりしてけばいいじゃない。この前その授業は大変できるって自慢してたでしょ。
I can't do that anymore! Too many people started doing it, so now they check to make sure every single person on the list is there.
なら、来年もう一回取るとか？
I'd rather get it over with this year so I can take it easy next year. Actually, that's what you did!
おかげで朝はのんびり。
Damn it! It'll be me next year, just you wait. Anyway, I really gotta go. See you later!
こら待ちなさい。もうすぐ入れ終わるから、あとちょっと待って。
Rule number 2 is that I must always drink Ayaka's coffee in the mornings.
私ね、お父さんみたいな美味しいコーヒー入れられるようになって、はじめに喜んでもらいたいの。だから、毎朝飲んでね。
Though it's less of a rule and more of a hobby for Ayaka, her coffee is genuinely rather good, so it's become my daily ritual to have some before class. Even if I do end up being late, I should be fine since attendance is taken at the end of class. Plus, I doubt I'll be absorbing much from the lecture with my head all groggy like this. Alright, fine, I'll wake myself up with a cup of your coffee before I go.
賢明な判断ね。
With nothing else to do in the meantime, however, I can only sit and stare at her as she finishes preparing my coffee.
何？そんなに見られると落ち着かないんだけど。
Relax, I'm just admiring the way you make coffee. I love that serious look you get in your eyes.
そういうこといきなり言うと手元が狂う。そんな
All I told was the truth. It's no surprise that Miss Kensington earned the title of Miss University after entering college. You're cute and smart and funny. I'm gonna have to step up my game as well.
はじめは今のままでいいの。
What about all that stuff you said before about needing a boyfriend worthy of someone as beautiful and perfect as yourself?
それは最初の話。今はもう、はじめ以外には考えられないんだから。
Future knows what I like to hear. Even though we've been dating for a few years now, she still regularly manages to make my heart flutter. She's just a charming woman. Always has and always will be.
それにはじめがこれ以上かっこよくなったら、彼女としてはいろいろ心配になるの。
What? Don't be silly! Why would I want someone else when I already have the most adorable girl ever in front of me?
へえ、だいぶ口が上手くなったんじゃない？
Well, shallow compliments never work on you. I've been practicing.
あら、感心。 それで、初めの方は心配じゃないの？こんなにパーフェクトに可愛い私よ。
That grin. Why is that such a shit-eating grin I just put on? I only noticed after I put it on and decided, hold on. Let's do that again, but look at myself. And by God, that was such a shit-eating grin. Nope, never. The way this conversation is going, I get the distinct feeling she's trying to make me jealous.
私の理想が高すぎるから？
That too, but mostly because I know you just get embarrassed and run away if someone started seriously flirting with you. So as long as you're not the one doing the flirting, you have nothing to worry about. Yuck! Anyways.
よくわかってるじゃない。
I haven't been your boyfriend all these years. Oops, just for show, you know. She has a bit of a mixed expression on her face, but judging from the way the corners of her mouth are twitching, it's obviously she's trying desperately not to smile.
よーし。はい、お待たせ。
Hiccups! He speaks in an exasperated tone. Exaggerated. Not exasperated. Exaggerated. As if that would ever fool me. Normally she'd just say nothing and flash me that smug smile of hers. But I like the sight of her too. It's quite cute. Thanks.
召し上がれ。
Take a deep whiff first, filling my nose with the aroma. When it wakes you up, the smell. When I take the single sip, an amount of acidity and bitterness spreads throughout my body. Then I take a single sip, and a mild acidity and bitterness spread throughout my body. There's your coffee, no doubt. At this point, I can't function in the mornings without a cup of this.
なによ。さっきは飲まないで行こうとしたくせに。
Sorry, but I really do appreciate you making coffee for me every morning. Every day she brews a cup of coffee like this, especially for me. In a few years, I have no doubt that she'll achieve her dream of becoming the most beautiful and perfect business consultant / barista that anyone's ever seen in 1,000 years. It's a bit unfortunate I won't be able to have her coffee all to myself anymore. But by that time, I'm sure we'll no longer just be dating, but full-fledged partners. Who knows where life will take us beyond that? Possibilities seem endless. Right, thanks for the coffee. Now I'm out to class now.
勉強頑張ってね。いってらっしゃい。
You know, this was cute. However, I do have my word to keep, so I'll be coming for you developers. My number one idol is to achievement to God for that. Anyways, so yeah, I actually timed that really well. I felt it in my bones that this was the last part for Ayaka-Route. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please leave in the comments down below which character do you want to see next. I know I started talking so quickly there. Basically, anyways, go ahead and... Why is there a hair in my mouth? Oh well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and leave the character you want to see next down below. We still have Kasumi, Shiori, and Yui to go through. So go ahead and choose between those three. Maybe actually hit the thumb. I keep missing the thumb. There we go. So yeah, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. I'll be tallying up as usual. The votes from last time don't count anymore, so we start fresh. So yeah, go ahead and leave down in the comments below which girl you want to see next. And tomorrow we'll be starting with Rena's route and Tsujido-sai no Junai route. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. So anyways, I hope you guys... I keep saying that. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I keep repeating myself! Bye.